Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Today I am here again with the same chapter number 1, which we have started earlier. Now we had done the explanation part, we had done dictation part, we had done word meaning exercise, question answer, extra question answers, and some of the exercises which is to be done in the book only, that we have done. But after each and every chapter we have some language portion also. Language means grammar portion. Grammar is very essential and very important for any language. So in English language we do have grammar part also, and the grammar part is also called language part. So if you remember that, suppose this is your class notebook. This is a book, but suppose if it is your class notebook, so we have divided this class notebook into two parts. Okay, do you remember now? So the first half part is reserved for your textbook question answers. Okay, now the second half, which you need to divide or fold one page from middle, then after folding this page you can use this page for index. You prepare the index for the grammar part or the language part, then after this page, for the second page, you can start with the grammar portion, which we are going to study now in this chapter number 1. So what you will note down here? You will note down chapter number 1 grammar, just like I have written here. Chapter number 1 grammar. The topic is noun, which we have earlier studied in 4th class. Now in 5th class again we are going to study noun. So I am revising this. Okay, this is only a revision for you because you have already read these things in the 4th class. But in each and every chapter we do have some grammar portion. Okay, so this is very important. So first start with the let's come on the page number 8. Come here on the page number 8 where rhinoceros is printed here. Okay, so come here. Grammar. And what is the topic? Noun. So I am explaining you these things, but you need to note down all things as it is in your grammar portion in your CW copy. The half portion of the grammar back side, you will start from here. Chapter number 1 topic is noun. Okay, now you note down this. A noun is a name of person, an animal, a place, a thing, or an idea. Noun, simply we can say noun is a name. The name of means anybody's name, anything's name. Just like this is the name. What is the name of this thing? Pencil. What is the name of this thing? Book. What is the name of this thing? ID. Okay, so what is this? The name of this thing? Clothes. What is the name of this thing? Board, marker, pen, everything has its particular name. Okay, and every place is also having a name. This is a Khargon place. The name of this place is Khargon. Other names are also Indore, Bhopal, Ujjain. Okay, the names of countries are also there: America, Russia, China, India. These are the names. The names of the languages: English, Hindi, Urdu, Marathi. These are all the names of the languages. So sometimes we have some names of some emotions, just like happiness. Happiness is an emotion. My friendship with my friend. So friendship is the name of a relation. So there are so many different type of names of your emotions or relations also. So these all type of names, whether it is a name of animal, person, or name of thing, or name of any idea or emotion. Okay, so these type of names are called noun. Noun can be, now they are the parts of noun. If you are go into the further it can be divided into 5 different type of nouns. These are kinds of nouns. First is common noun, proper noun, concrete noun, abstract noun, or collective noun. So these are the 5 types of nouns which are given in your book. Now with the example they are given. Now let's discuss with the first type of noun, that is common noun. A common noun refers to a person, an animal, a place, or a thing in general. Now try to understand what is in general. In general means generally we call them, or the same type of same class of people is called, generally we call them this by this name. So when a general or when a common name is given to a special type of person, thing or place or animal, that is called common name or common noun. Just like boy. Boy is the name of every boy. Means every boy in the world has a common name, that is boy. Okay. Similarly, girl. Girl is commonly used for any girl. It is not specific for only one girl. It can be used for any girl in the world. Dog. Dog can be used for any dog in the world. All the dogs in the world, they have a common name, that is dog. But instead of that common name, or beside of that common name, they have one proper name also. Just like my pet dog, I have put name. I have given him a name Tommy. So Tommy is a proper name which is given by me to call my dog. So proper name is Tommy, but the common name is dog. So just like this. Okay, but the pencil have only common name. But I don't generally people don't give any proper name for my pencil. Just like this is Rani. If I put the name for this pencil, this is my Rani. But generally we don't put the names for the non-living things. But they have only common name pencil. Pencil means pencil. But some so first we are talking about a common noun refers to a person, an animal, a place or thing in general. Just like if you talk about place, city, village, town, these are the commonly named. Means Khargon, for Khargon we can also have one name city. Khargon, Indore, Ujjain, Bhopal, these all places have one common name city. Khargon is also city, Indore is also called city, Bhopal is also called city. So there are so many villages, but they have their proper names also. Parud is a village, Gogawa is a village or town. So town is common for every town, but Gogawa is especially for that place only. So the special names are called proper name, but the common names are called common nouns. Just like I am a man. So man is a common name. Human is a common name for every human. That I have common name. But a proper name is also, my name is Pratap. Pratap is my proper name. Okay. So this is the difference between in general and a particular. So a common noun refers to a person, an animal or place or a thing in general, means in commonly. Just like king. King can be used for any king in the world. All the king, they have a common name king. But every king has their personal, proper, specific name also. Just like in this chapter, Chandragupta. Chandragupta is a proper noun of a proper king. But king can be used for any. Ashoka was also a king. Okay. Rhinoceros. Can you see the picture rhinoceros? Yes. Rhinoceros is the common name for all the rhinoceros. Rice which we eat, this is a common name, rice. Okay, commonly used for every rice. Country is a common name. India is also country, China is also country, America, Russia, Britain, these all are countries. Country is a common name, but the different names which are given to different countries, they are specific or proper nouns. Doll can be, we can call any type of toys which are like a doll. We can commonly say every doll we can give a name doll. Toy, toy is also a common. We can call any toy with this name. I have many toys at my home. So these all six are examples of the common names or common people, animal, or common things. Now come to the next second type of. One is a common noun. These are all kinds of noun. Okay. So first is, or you can also draw a, to remember. If you want to remember this thing, you can easily remember by a diagram. So noun, after noun you can note down the definition of noun. Now after definition of noun, kinds of noun. Now kinds of noun means what are the different types of nouns. So we are going to study the 5 types of nouns. So you can draw a table like this so that you can learn easily. Just like first is common noun, which is used as a common in general. Second is proper noun. Third is concrete. Last year we have given this name material noun, but we can also call it concrete noun or material noun. Abstract noun, then the last one is collective noun. Okay, so if we write like this in a diagram, okay, so the pictures are memorized for a long time in our brain. That's why I have made a diagram here. So if you are going to learn this diagram, this picture wise, if you are going to memorize this, it will be helpful to you to easily memorize these 5 kinds. Okay, that's why I have drawn a diagram. Okay, diagrams, they stick in our brain for a long time. It is long term memory. Okay, so second is proper noun. So first you draw kinds of noun, then you start with the definitions of individual, just like common noun, then proper noun. After this diagram you will start from here, common noun. The definition of noun you will start just after here, then you draw this diagram, then we come to this portion, then you note down after this diagram, you can note down all these things. So second definition is, a proper noun refers to a particular person, to a particular animal, or to a particular place or thing. If we give the particular name to them, so that name of a particular individual, person, place, thing, or any idea or any emotion, that is called sorry, not idea or emotion, only particular person, place, or animal or thing. Okay, now just like for example in this chapter we have some particular just names, just like Chandragupta Maurya. Common name was king, but the proper name was Chandragupta Maurya. Chanakya was also a particular name. Acharya is common, but Chanakya is proper name. Bruno, if you have some dog, pet dog at your home, the dog is common name, but Bruno is the name of my particular dog. So if a particular name is given, so proper noun. Empire State Building. Empire State Building is a name of a famous building. So if I am calling a specific building is a common, but a specific building which have been given a name, Empire State Building, so that is a proper name. Mount Everest. Yes, we do have many mountains in the world, many mountains. Okay, uncountable mountains, but each and every mountain is given a proper name. Just like Mount Everest, it is a name of one mount which is highest in the world. Okay, it is the highest mount in the world which is named Mount Everest. So it is a proper name of a particular only a single mountain. India, there are so many countries. Countries is a common name, common noun. But India is a proper. America, it is a proper. So that is what difference between common and proper. Now we do have one exercise here, how to differentiate between these common and proper nouns. So you need to note down, means you first you note down these two definitions, then after these two definitions you need to solve this exercise in your CW notebook in the grammar portion. One exercise A. Write these common and proper nouns in a correct columns. In the correct columns means we do have two columns. One column is for proper nouns and one column is for common nouns. Now we have been given here how many? 12. 12 nouns and they are mixed up. They are randomly put there in the box. These are mixed up. Means half of them are common noun and half of them are proper noun. Now we need to find out which is common name and which is proper name. Proper name or proper noun should go in this column and common nouns should go in that column. Okay, so let's do. The first is mountain. The first is mountain. So try to understand. Try to solve it. Mountain. Mountain is a common or proper. Mountain is a name which is given to every mountain in the world in general. It is common for every mountain. But Mount Everest, it is proper because it is the name of only one mountain which is highest in the world. So mountain is a common noun. So I am writing here mountain, but I am writing with pencil. Okay, this is not a pen, this is pencil. So you should also follow the same thing. You will write with the pencil only. Just now we are writing here with the pencil, but you note down these things in your fair notebook also. The second is Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. You know where is the Eiffel Tower? In France, Paris, we have Eiffel Tower. If you have seen the picture like this is just like a A shape and it is made of iron. Eiffel Tower. Okay, something like this. So this tower, there are so many towers in the world, but Eiffel Tower is only one. So it is proper name. So we will put into proper column. Eiffel Tower. So I am writing here in the proper column. Breakfast. Breakfast is common. Commonly we call breakfast. So BREAKFAST. Breakfast is a common. So I will write in here. Pacific Ocean. Okay, we do have how many oceans are there in the world? In the whole world on the earth, we do have 7 oceans. So ocean is a common name, but Pacific Ocean is the biggest ocean, largest ocean in the world. Among that 7 oceans, Pacific Ocean is a proper name. So I am writing here in the proper column Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is a proper name of only one ocean, which is the largest. Sarah. Sarah is the name of a girl, and Sarah is a proper unique name. So Sarah, it will come in the which portion? It is a proper name. Proper name means a proper girl, so that's why it is here. But it is not common. Girl is a common, but Sara is especially used for only single girl. Okay. Now cheetah. Cheetah is a name of animal which is like a tiger. Okay, or panther. So cheetah is a common name for every cheetah in the jungle. So it is common, CHEETA, cheetah. Next, when we come to the next, Iceland. Now let me clear you because there is a confusion between island and Iceland. Island, that is Iceland. Okay. In European countries, there is a one country that is named Iceland. That is Iceland. Okay, it is a name of one European country, Iceland. Okay, but island, if you go through the spelling, there is a change in CE and S. That is island. Island means any area which is around covered with the water bodies from all sides. This where we have so many trees and it is surrounded by some ocean or seas. So this type of area is called island. So island can be any, just like Andaman and Nicobar Island, Maldives Island in India, Sri Lanka. Okay, these are island because these are covered with the water bodies from all around the sides. So this is island. Island is a common name, but Iceland is a name of a particular country, just like India. So Iceland is a proper name, proper noun. So put into the proper nouns column Iceland. 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 Okay, in this column. Now Tuesday. How many days do we have in a 1 week? We have 7 days in a week. Now all the 7 days has their particular proper names. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday, each and every day has a particular name. So Tuesday is a proper name. Tuesday. Tuesday is a proper name. So proper. Then car can be any car. We can give the name to any car, any model, any company's car can be called car. So it is a common name. So we put into common nouns. Cream, which we eat, means which we take from the milk, that cream. So cream is a common name. Okay, it is the common name given to a common thing. It is common. April, we do have 12 months in a single year. In 1 year we have 12 months and all the 12 months has been given some particular name. So April is a proper name. So I will put it into proper nouns column, April. Then iguana. You know what is iguana? Iguana is a kind of lizard. It is a kind of lizard which is found in jungle on the trees, just like chameleon. Chameleon, you might have seen chameleon. Chameleon means girgit, if you have seen on the trees. So that type of species, okay, that is called iguana, and they are found in the wild, means wild areas in the forest. You will find. So iguana is a common name for given to a special type of lizard, species of lizard. So I am putting here in the common. So now in this way we have classified or divided 6 names in a proper column and 6 names in common nouns column. So these are the 12 which we have divided into 2. So this exercise you need to do after proper noun and common nouns definition. You need to solve this exercise. Now come to the next one. Third one. Common noun, proper noun, concrete noun. A concrete noun refers to something that can be smelled, that can be seen, by our eyes, that can be heard by our ears, that can be tasted by our tongue, and or that can be touched or felt by our skin. Yes. You can also feel like this. If you want to know the temperature, you touch it and you can find that it is chilled, or whether it is chilled or whether it is hot. So that can be touched. So we do have five senses in our body: skin, eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. So means by taking help of these five senses, if we feel something, or we cannot feel something, but uh, some things which can be felt and some things which cannot be felt, only we have given the names to some emotions or ideas. So this is the difference between concrete and abstract. Concrete and abstract. Concrete, the things which can be uh, a concrete noun refers to something that can be smelt, seen, okay, heard, touched, or tasted by our five senses. That is called concrete. Means this is a concrete because I can touch it. So this is concrete. And abstract noun, abstract nouns refers to some ideas which we cannot see or which cannot be touched or smelled. Idea or a quality or a feeling that cannot be smelled, seen, heard, or touched. Okay, so we just have given names to that particular feelings, just like anger, just like happiness, sadness, friendship is my relation, fatherhood, childhood, motherhood. Okay, these are some things which we have given the names only, but they are not. They doesn't exist in physical world. We cannot touch them, but we do have given the names to that type of relations or ideas or qualities also. Okay, he is very clever. So, clever is a quality of that person that cannot be seen, but that can be imagined or that can be realized or felt by our heart only. So what is the examples of the concrete noun? Just like throne, in this chapter we have seen that Chandragupta Maurya, he has a big chair in his court. Every king has a big chair on his court, in on the highest place, highest position. So king is always sit on the throne, Sinhasan. That is a concrete because we can touch it, we can see it by our eyes. Plate, just like hot rice plate, it can be seen or it can be touched. Juice can be touched or juice can be tasted, that whether it is a sweet juice or sour juice. Noise can be heard. Okay, now abstract noun, just like love. Love is a emotion which we do feel with our lovely ones, just like our parents, our brother, sister, friends. We feel love with them. Happiness is a feeling. Then anger. Sometimes your parents or teachers gets anger on you. Why? Because you do something mischievous. So at that time they are angry with you. Freedom which we enjoy. In our India, we do enjoy all freedoms. We can go anywhere, we can live anywhere, we can do anything, but it should be legal. Illegal things are we don't have in our freedom. Okay. So these are the difference between concrete noun and abstract noun. Now again we do have one exercise to divide or to classify in between these two. So first you note down these two definitions. After these two definitions we do have exercise number B. Now in exercise number B, let's read. Look at the underlined nouns. Write CN. CN, it is abbreviation, short form of concrete nouns. And AN. AN is again abbreviation or short form for abstract nouns. One has been done for you. Just like So we need to note down all these exercise also in our CW notebook. Just like first, Samrat was filled with joy. Samrat means it is a Hindi word. Samrat, king, emperor. So king was filled with joy, and joy is underlined here. So joy is the name of some feeling that cannot be touched or seen, but that can be only felt or realized by our heart. So here it is written an, means abstract noun. Now come to the next. The table is underlined. Okay, the table was made of wood. The table was made of wood. Now table is a concrete. Yes, we can touch it. It is a solid. So CN right here, CN, concrete noun. It is not only imaginary, but it can be seen, it can be touched. Love makes the world go round. Love is a very good feeling which makes the world go round. Means we all are united, we all are close to each other. And love is a bondation. It is a bonding of persons. Okay, so love is the name of emotion. So we can write here an, abstract noun. The chicken clucked loudly. Chicken means the babies of the hen. Okay, मुर्गी के बच्चे. That is called chickens. So chickens clucked loudly. They are chirping loudly. So chicken is a concrete noun. We can touch it. We can see it. King Solomon, just like King Chandragupta, there was one more king, King Solomon. King Solomon was known for his wisdom. Wisdom means cleverness, intelligence. So, wisdom, underline word is wisdom. So, wisdom is the noun which is the name of the quality of a person. So, quality of a person, we can write here an, abstract noun. It is a quality. The smell of garbage was strong in the room. Garbage we have seen in the dustbin. There is so many lot of garbage, kachra. So the smell, they have smelled very bad. The smell of garbage was strong in the room. Now smell is a you can only realize by using your nose. You can only sense it. So again, it is an abstract noun. An. I am writing here an with pencil. Our lives would be in danger without water and food. Suppose if we don't have food and water on the earth, so our everybody's life, whether it is an animal, person, or any plant, all the living things, they cannot survive without water and food. So we will be in danger. Now danger is a name of some condition, some state that we are in danger. So the condition is very bad. So this is abstract noun. It is not a concrete, it is only abstract noun. Money can't buy happiness. Money is solid. Money we can touch. But happiness is only the emotion. The names of emotions are called abstract nouns. I am writing here abstract noun. Okay, so these are again means you need to differentiate between these two: common noun, proper noun, and you need to difference between concrete noun and abstract noun. Concrete can be, they are solid, they can be seen, they can be touched, but abstracts are the names of the some emotions, some relations, some ideas, or some qualities of person. Now the last one is remained, that is collective noun. What is collective noun? Let's discuss. A collective noun refers to a group of people or group of animals or a group of things. Collection means if there are so many people gathered on one place, so we can tell that gathering, we can give the name to that gathering that it is a crowd of people. Crowd means bheed. There are a lot of crowd in the market. Crowd means the group of people. So any group, just like our soldiers, the army of our soldier, Indian soldiers are fighting against the Chinese soldier. So our army means a group of soldiers is called army. So there are so many groups which are given some different names. So the name of that group is called collective noun. Okay, just like the collection of flowers. If I have one single flower, it is called flower. But if I have a bouquet of flower, so if I bound it with a thread, that is called a bunch of flowers. If I have only single key in my hand, this is only single key, it is called key. But in my key chain, key ring, if I have so many keys, just like one key is for my bike, one key is for my house lock, door lock, one key is for other things. So if I have 3, 5 or 6 keys in one particular keychain, so we can say that it is a bunch of keys, bunch of flowers, bunch of keys. Just like if we have a group of domestic animals, just like domestic animals means a group of cows, buffaloes, goats, sheep. If they are gathered in one place, so we can say herd. Herd means झुंड, पशुओं का झुंड, that is called herd. If we see some birds, a group of birds flying in the sky, at that time that group of bird is called, especially for the group of birds we use one word, flock, flock. Flock means a group of birds. So these are the different groups which has been given some different names. So this is called collective nouns. So a collective noun refers to a group of people, group of animals, or group of things. Just like for example, here is written an army of soldiers. Army of soldiers. A sack of potatoes. Sack of potatoes. Potatoes are, have you seen the potatoes? Chips, you are generally eating the chips of potatoes. So if we purchase potatoes in a sack, sack means thela, bora. है ना? In the sack we do purchase the grain just like wheat, mukka. So potatoes and onions we also purchase in some bag. Bag is called sack. So the sack is a collection. Sack is a collection of potatoes. So sack of potatoes means आलू की बोरी. Sack of onions, प्याज की बोरी. So this is the collection of this type of vegetable. A pride of lions. If you have seen so many lions, they are in a group. So if the group of lion is going there, we can say that this is a pride of lion. It is not a group of lion, not a herd of lion. It is a pride of lion. School of fish. You must be surprised that school is our school where we do study. No, school is also used for the group of fish. If there are so many fish in a group, so that group is called school of fish. An expression such as a flock of, a herd of, goes with more than one kind of animal. Okay, these are the flock of or a herd of goes with more than one kind of animal. Means if a special kind of animal, just like lion, if the group of lion is there, we can say it, this is a pride of lion. If there is a group of wolves means bhedia. If you have seen the cartoon Mowgli, so the brothers of Mowgli were wolves. Okay, just like the animal like dogs, but they are wild dogs. Okay, species of dog, bhedia. So the group of wolves is called pack of wolves. But if there any group which contains some of lion and some of wolves, if they are coming in together in a group, that time what do we call? We cannot call them pack, or we cannot call them fried because they are mixed. So if there are two type of things, a flock, a herd. Herd is used when the mixture of different kind of animals are also there, domestic animals. Just like in a single group, there are cows also, buffaloes also, sheep also, goats also. If they are together, they can be the mixture of these type of domestic animals. We can call them herd of cattle. Cattle means the domestic animal, herd of. Or flock can be used for different kind of birds also, just like flock of geese, flock of mena, flock of birds. Every type of birds are mixed in that group, so even then we can call them flock. So these are the two type of collective noun which can be used for the different kind of mixture of different kind of animal. A flock of geese, a flock of sheep. Okay, sheep means bhed, just like the animal like goat. I can draw here. If you are seeing in the cartoons, this is a kind of animal, sheep. Okay, and we can have some wools from his body. We get wool from his body. It is the size of goat, sheep. So if the group of sheep is there, we can also call it flock, and group of bird we can also call it flock. Herd of donkeys and a herd of goats. The group of goats is also called herd, and group of donkeys is also called herd. So these are the name in general we can use them. Now similarly, turn your page number 10. Similarly, expressions such as a band of, a team of goes with more than one kind of group. Means band can be used more than one type of group, and similarly team can be used for different kind of groups. Just like a band of thieves, chore, who comes in during the night and they can steal from your house or they can steal from your shop. So the band of thieves is also used. A band of musicians means the group in which some different type of people, one is playing tabla, one is playing keyboard, one is playing harmonium, one is playing all the different type of instrument players are there, but they have one collection. That collection is called band of musicians. Okay, just like team of players like cricket, football, any game, a team of players, the group of players is also called team. A team of lawyers, if some group of lawyers is fighting the case in the court, so at that time that group of one side of lawyer is also called team of lawyers. Now come to the exercise C. Now after that we do have some exercise. We have been provided here a box. In box we do have 8 different collective nouns. These are the collective nouns. Now we need to place against the correct one. Just like ants, chitiyan. Arrows means dhanush band. So band which generally Ram and Lakshman were carrying during their fight. They were carrying arrows. Bees, makhiyan, madhumakhiyan. Dancers. Judges. Sailors means those who sails in the ship, in the ocean or in the seas. Or the sailors are also called the persons who are sailing the boats in the river. Okay, so that type of persons are called sailors. Ships means jahaj, pani ka jahaj, water bodies. Okay, ships where the thousands of people can journey, just like Titanic was a ship, SHIP. So there is a difference between this ship. This ship is SHEEP. The spelling is different. SHEEP ship. But that type of ship which is very large. Okay, we can find it on the water bodies, oceans. Okay, so these are called ship, ship. This is ship and this is ship. So this difference of the spelling is SHEEP ship and SHIP ship. Okay, this is the difference. Ships and wolves, bhediye. Now fill in the blanks with the pencil. Fill in the blanks with the words from the box. Now a swarm, झुंड. Swarm of bees, मधुमक्खियों का झुंड. So swarm of bees, मक्खियों का झुंड. Fleet of ships. If there are so many fleet in the ocean, just like in our navy we do have fleet, जहाजों का group, that is called fleet of ship, SHIPS, ships, fleet of ships. Pack of wolves, bhediye. Now you need to memorize this. Okay, pack of wolves. Panel of judges. Sometimes not only one single judge is judging the case. There are panel of 3 or 5 judges who are sitting and judging the case. So panel of judges. Colony of ants. चींटियों का जो होता है ग्रुप, that is called colony of ants. Okay, army is also called, we can say army of ants also. Army is used for soldiers as well as for ants, but here colony of ants is also correct. Crew means the persons who are serving on ships. जहाजों पे काम करने वाले वर्कर्स, they are called crew. Or the crew means the group of workers, those who are working. So they are also called sailors because they sail on the long journey on the sea or ocean. About around 30 days they sail on the oceans. So sailors, crew of sailors, the person who works on the ship, they are also called sailors. Crew of sailors. Troop of dancers. Band for musicians, but troop for dancers. Troop of dancers. A quiver means, if you might have seen the serials Ramayana, Mahabharata. So in the olden time when they fight with the arrows and bows, so they keep the arrows here on their back side. That container which contains the arrows, that container is called quiver. It is some like quiver, collection of arrows, that is, and some belt is there to tie up on our back. So this is called quiver of arrows. Okay, so this is all you need to do. First you need to write this with the pencil in the book, then you copy it down from here, starting grammar portion from page number 8 till here, the page number 10 up to here. Okay, now after this one more topic is remained, that is punctuation, which is also related to our language part, grammar part, that will continue in the next lecture. Okay, so up to here you should do this work. Okay, thank you, take care, complete your work fast.